Raise your hand if you have ever gotten frustrated, irritated, or mad at someone. Hello, we all have, it's normal. But now let me ask you this. Did you respond or did you react? To me, responding starts with a pause. You consider your actions before you react. Reacting is saying the first thing that comes to mind, like, how could you do that? How could you make my coffee wrong? This morning, guys, I went to Starbucks to try to start my day off right, coming in there all energetic with my laptop bag, and I get a Starbucks coffee made wrong. And I'm in Starbucks 5 times a week, all the time. I might have done it to myself because I normally get the same thing, a soy latte. Today, I got a Starbucks double shot, which is 2 pumps classic syrup, 2 pumps whatever you want. Well, I only wanted 2 pumps of vanilla, and I got 4 pumps vanilla, plus I modified it even more, getting it with soy milk instead of whatever milk they use, and so I did it to myself. I could have done 1 or 2 things here. I could have said, I'm not paying for that. I want to speak with your manager. I'm here 5 times a week. Ridiculous. Instead, I put my smile on my face and I said, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great day. As I'm walking out, I hear my name and I turn and look. Molly, I think we gave you the wrong one. I think we made it wrong. They acknowledged that they made my beverage wrong. No, guys, it's totally fine. It happened how it's supposed to happen. It's great. I must have needed 4 pumps of vanilla syrup. So now you look at it. However, I chose to respond this morning a year ago, June 2012. I was not as lucky. I chose to react. I was getting ready to have my discharge date at Craig Hospital for my inpatient for my brain injury therapy. My mom gave me the ultimatum of, Molly, I didn't want to go home, guys. I wanted to stay in Colorado. Molly, you can go in Colorado. You can stay here, but it won't be where you have a support system or family. It'll be a nursing home. Oh, okay. Or you can come home where you have a support system and family and people who love you. Hello? And I'm thinking, my mom won't come with me if I stay here. I have to go home. I have to go home. So I did. I made the move to go back to the Quad Cities in Illinois, a place that I haven't been to in years, and a place that I don't have really any friends. I have more acquaintances. I went home. I get there. I can't drive, clearly. I just learned how to walk. I'm still in my gait belt. I move so slow. I'm like a turtle. I can't even leave my own house because I'm not allowed to. I have so many restrictions on what you can do. And so I thought, why am I even here? Why am I alive? I don't get it. Why me? Why am I here? And it wasn't until June 14th, that morning I woke up thinking, you spoiled brat. You are such a brat. How would you even think these? How are you even taking your life for granted? You are here. You are blessed. You are here for a reason. Figure that out. So I came back, took a deep breath, and I came humble. And I thought of the things that I'm grateful for, starting with my mother. I get to spend every day with my mom, my best friend, the woman that I love most. I'm so honored. And I moved away when my mom started dating her now fiance, and I went to college, so I never got to learn who he really was. And I was able to build a relationship with that man, with my stepdad. Not to mention, I met the woman who inspires me the most for greatness. I have to tell you about Angela Mims. Angela Mims was left alone. I met her in therapy, in my outpatient therapy in Genesis in the Quad Cities, and she was left alone for 6 days. 6 days, having a brain aneurysm, several strokes. When she was found, she was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital. Something happened and she started breathing. It has been 6 years, and she calls me last week, and anytime she does something a little bit better, she always calls, and I'm always so excited to talk to her. She calls and she says, Molly, I'm going to be just like you. I have the biggest smile on my face. Angela, that is the biggest compliment I've ever received. What are you talking about? Well, she was paralyzed on the left side of her body. She just got full movement back. It has been 6 years. She couldn't walk, so she had her wheelchair, except hers was electric, and we called her Mercedes. So she and Mercedes went everywhere. I don't need Mercedes. I went to the grocery store without Mercedes or Cain. I can walk. The best news that she wanted to tell me was the doctor said that not tomorrow, not next week, but in a couple months, she will be able to drive and live independently. I'm in tears. I'm driving and I'm thinking, Angela, oh my gosh, this is so exciting and amazing. But for her to tell me that and want to tell me that, how cool. I totally responded. I want to share with you a story. A young woman went to her mother and told her about her life and how things were so hard for her. She did not know how she was going to make it and wanted to give up. She was tired of fighting and struggling. Her mother took her into the kitchen. She filled 3 pots with water. The first pot, she placed carrots in there. The second, she placed eggs. The third, she placed coffee beans. She let them sit and boil without saying a word. In about 20 minutes, she turned off the burners. She fished the carrots out and placed them into the bowl. She pulled out the eggs and placed them in the bowl. She then strained or ladled the coffee out and placed it into the bowl. Turning to her daughter, she asked, "Tell me, what do you see?" "Carrots, eggs, and coffee," she replied. She brought her closer and asked her to feel the carrots. She did and noticed that they were soft and mushy. She then asked her to take out an egg and take out the shell. She realized it was hard. Finally, she asked her to sip the coffee. The daughter smiled and tasted its deep flavor and inhaled its rich aroma. The daughter then asked, "What's the point, Mom?" Her mother explained that each of these objects has faced some adversity with boiling water, but each reacted differently. The carrot went from being strong and hard and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to the water, it became weak. The egg had been fragile. Its thin outer shell had protected its liquid interior. But after sitting through the boiling water, it became hardened. The coffee ground beans were unique. After they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. "Which are you?" she asked the daughter. "Which adversity knocks on your door? How do you respond? Are you a carrot? Are you an egg? Are you a coffee bean? Think of this. Which am I? Am I the carrot that seems strong, but with pain and adversity do I wit and lose my strength? Am I the egg that starts with a fluid spirit, but after death, a breakup, a financial hardship, or some other trial, I become hardened and stiff? Does my shell look the same, but on the inside am I bitter and tough with a stiff spirit and a hardened heart? Or am I like the coffee bean? The bean actually changes the hot water, the very circumstance that brings adversity, the pain, the hardship, into something quite wonderful. When the water gets hot, it releases its fragrance and flavor. If you are like the bean, when things are at their worst, they will get better and change the situation for around you for the better. When the hours are at the darkest and the trials are at their greatest, do you elevate to another level? How do you handle diversity? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee?